everyone, it's Crys'Dawna. I apologize for not having an in-person introduction, but I managed to break my foot, and so this is the piece that we are working on right now. What I did is I held a little thing on my Facebook page to do 3 free makeovers for people in my local area, and this happens to be one of them. So we're gonna take the transfer off and make it more bright, but the first thing I'm going to do is take the hardware off, and then after I'm done taking the hardware off, I am going to clean this piece thoroughly before we take the transfer off. I will be using a sander to remove this transfer, and so this is a 120 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to go over this in a bunch of different areas, just over and over until it removes it. And then once it's done and I've removed it, I am going to go over it and just wipe off all the debris before I go ahead and paint over it. Obviously not every area on a piece is going to be flat, so I'm going to by hand go over this. At first I started doing the 120 grit, but it really wasn't pulling it off. And so I'm going to switch over to an 80 grit, and I'm going to go over this by hand with an 80 grit first, after the 120 was not really cutting it. So 80 grit, and then after I'm done with the 80 grit, I'm going to go back over it with a 120 grit, and then I am going to go over it with a super fine grit, so that way I can smooth everything out, and that way when I paint over it, it has a smooth surface and you'll never even know that there was a transfer there. Once I've removed the transfers, I am going to go ahead and go over the entire piece with Purico's Gray Primer. This is going to allow me to have a clean slate per se on this surface, so that way I can sit back and kind of look at it and get a better idea. I always like to look at my pieces with a 1-coat finish, and this is going to be the primer, so that way I know exactly where I want to start. Okay, so here we go. We got a clean slate, and the next step is going to be doing our first base color. And so I will be using Annie Sloan's Amsterdam Green, and I will be putting 2 full coats of it on here. And I'm going to make sure it's dry before I do the next step. So that will be the first thing is, again, 2 coats of Amsterdam Green, or whatever foresty dark green you have. That will work as well. The next thing I'm going to use is called Shock Paint. This is something that is from Pop of Color. It's just a small paint brand This is their dark mint color. So if you want to use something like an emerald green, that would be perfect in whatever your favorite paint brand is. This is a large sea sponge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour that onto a plate, and then I'm just going to dab it all over the piece. I'm kind of laughing because I know that it looks ridiculous right now, but you guys know I always tell you to trust the process. This is no different. Just trust me. So we're going to go over the entire piece with this technique and these colors. You can see right here, it's kind of a little weird looking, but this is going to add dimension. The next thing we're going to do is Annie Sloan Capability Green. And this is more of a chartreuse type green, like a lighter green. And so that's the next step, is to use a lighter green, and I'm going to go over it. The shock paint is probably 95% dry, and so that way when I go over it with Capability Green, it does kind of blend in a little bit, and you can kind of see how some of it's a little bit wet, not too wet because you don't want it to blend too much to where the colors start muddying together, but this is what we're going to do on the entire piece again. Okay, so I'm going to allow this to probably 98% dry. And then we're going to go in with Annie Sloan's Giverny with a brush, and I am going to pounce that brush all over, but it's going to have just a tiny bit of paint on it. We don't want to fully cover everything. We just want to add another layer of dimension. So as you can see, you can still see the greens through that. I promise you we are not covering everything up just to cover everything up, because later on there's a technique that I want to show you guys, and that's how we're going to pull this green and this blue back into it. So I'm going over this entire piece like this with the Giverny. Yes, it is an arm workout. If you wanted to, you could only do it in certain areas, but I'm doing it on the entire piece. You need to make sure this is completely dry. I let it sit overnight because I didn't want it to reactivate the paint, because I don't want to muddy these colors. I just want it to be a wash of color over top of this finish. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my Frida Blue by Annie Sloan, add some water, and make sure that it's liquidy, so that way it is a wash. For this next part, you want to take a brush and you are going to paint over, but this is a wash. So we're going to take our mister bottle, mist it first so that you have a wet surface, and then you're going to have your watered down paint and you're going to go over everything. As you can see, you can still see the colors underneath. So this isn't full coverage. You're going to go over, and once it dries, so if it catches on your paint, that's okay. Just spray a little bit more water to push that over. And this is what you're going to do on the entire thing. But I do want to show you the technique that we're going to use to pull colors back. So first we're going to do the wash, and then I will show you the technique to pull a little bit of that back so that we can still see the greens and the blues underneath. Right here, we've got wet paint. I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to go over it. I'm going to rub down on the paper towel and I'm going to pull back. So that's what that's going to do, is pull a little bit of that wash back so that we expose some of that green. And then if the paint is starting to dry, you're going to mist it with a mister bottle, go over it with a paper towel, pull it, and you can see that it's going to show some of that green. Again, trust this process because it may look a little bit weird at first because you haven't fully washed the entire piece. But do your wash on the entire piece, and then you're going to go through with your paper towel and do that technique, so that way you can pull back some of that blue and it will show the greens and the light blue that was underneath. So again, here is the top drawer. We're going to spray water on it. We're going to take our paper towel, pull it back, and you can see some of the green. And so this is where not losing all those layers that we put on comes in. So I told you that it's not all for naught. We're not painting over everything so that we can't see the layers. So this is adding another layer of dimension. You can still see the light blue. You can still see the chartreuse green, the bright green, the dark green. And so this really helps bring more dimension to this piece. My client wanted some pink on this, and so we're using DIY's Painterly Paint in Love Language. As you can see, I'm just adding just a tiny bit. We're going to spritz it with water, and I'm just going to take a brush and spread it on there. We're not doing a super thick layer, just something to add a little bit of almost like dry brushing to it. And I'm going to put it in the corners and just add it in the corners of the drawers, and that way we have a little pop of pink on everything. This is a water-based, so you want to make sure that you're waiting for everything else to dry and then go ahead and do it. That way it doesn't mix too much. If it's too pink, what I've done is I've taken the brush with the Frida blue and I have stippled those on top of each other to do kind of like a little bit of a blend, to blend in the pink and the Frida blue, so that way it's not too dramatic, but it also adds almost like a purple to it. Once I'm done, I go in with a top coat, and this really just richens all the colors and deepens them and brings it all together. And then after I'm done with this, I'm going to put the hardware on there, and I'm going to take a gold gilding wax and go over the black hardware with gold, so that way we do have some shimmer shine, and then this piece is done.
Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We Don't you